I am sure you know how important it can be to get a good phone signal. We were speeding through the hot African desert in a scratched and muddy Land Cruiser that had been much whiter a week earlier. Our driver, a Darfur tribesman like me, was swerving through thorny acacia bushes, working the gears expertly in the deep sands of another and always another ravine, which we call a wadi, and sailing over the bumps in the land. There are no roads to speak of. In the back seat, a young news filmmaker from Britain, Philip Cox, was holding on as we bounced and as our supplies thumped and clanked and sloshed around. A veteran of these deserts, he was in good humor, even after a long week of dusty travel and so many emotionally difficult interviews. Survivors told us of villagers surrounded at night by men with torches and machine guns. The killing of men, women, and children. The burning of people alive in the grass huts of Darfur. They told us of the rape and mutilation of young girls, of execution by machete of young men, sometimes 80 at a time in long lines. You cannot be a human being and remain unmoved. Yet, if it is your job to get these stories out to the world, you keep going. So, we did that. I was Philip's translator and guide, and it was my job to keep us alive. Several times each hour, I was calling military commanders from rebel groups or from the Chad National Army to ask if we should go this way or that way to avoid battles or other trouble. My great collection of phone numbers was the reason many reporters trusted me to take them into Darfur. I don't know how Philip got my cell number in the first place, maybe from the U.S. Embassy, or the U.S. State Department, or the British Embassy, or from the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, or from one of the aid organizations or a resistance group. It seemed that everyone had my cell phone number now. He certainly did not get my number from the government of Sudan, whose soldiers would kill me if they caught me bringing in a reporter. These satellite phone calls, and often just cell phone calls, frequently were to commanders who said, "No, you will die if you come here, because we are fighting so-and-so today." We would then find another way. If one rebel group hears that you have been calling another group, they might think you are a spy, even though you are only doing this for the journalists and for the story. You give the rebels nothing in return. I had to be careful about such things if I wanted to get my reporters out of Darfur alive, and so more stories could go out to the world. Since the attack on my own village, that had become my reason, and really my only reason for living. I was feeling mostly dead inside and wanted only to make my remaining days count for something. You have perhaps felt this way at some time. Most of the young men I had grown up with were now dead, fighting in the resistance. I, too, had chosen to risk myself, but was using my English instead of a gun. We needed to arrive at our destination before sundown, or risk attack by the Sudanese army, or by Darfur rebels aligned with government, or by other rebels who didn't know who we were and who might kill us just to be safe. So we didn't like what happened next. Our Land Cruiser was suddenly blocked by 6 trucks that emerged from a maze of desert bushes. These were Land Cruisers too, but with their roofs cut off completely so men could pile in and out instantly, as when they have to escape a losing battle or get out before a rocket-propelled grenade, RPG, reaches them. Dusty men with Kalashnikov rifles piled out. On the order of their commander, they pointed their guns at us. When so many guns are pulled ready at the same time, the crunching sound is memorable.